The hand of change is slow and steady, but it moves on. Be careful what you wish for. Oh my God. We are up. We are live here on the journey. We are an hour and 5 minutes late. We try to do the show between 5:15, somewhere between 5:15 and 6:15. We are at 6:25. So we're going to kick it here on the journey. We're going to throw out what we need to throw out. We're going to toast these ancestors like we're supposed to do. You know, like we're supposed to do. So I need to make sure that everything is together. I don't see anime anywhere. Anybody seen anime? In fact, I don't see Simba, or I don't see The Crown. Do anybody know what's going on with my crew? Where is my crew? Where's my crew at? You know, man, it's so nice to be in the congregation of the mighty, man. I don't know what to tell y'all. It's nothing like it. It's nothing like being in the congregation of the mighty. You always got everybody's attention. Let's see. All right, cool. It said, did we meet last night? Fell asleep and didn't wake till 10:30 p.m. Nah, I forgot about the meeting last night, bruh. You know, I came home. The sun was shining. The weather was sweet. My kids have been in the house all day. And so I said, fuck it, man. I grabbed my babies and we went outside. You know what I'm saying? We went and we took us about a mile walk. You know, it's some nice little woods around the corner from the crib. And we went out for a nice walk. I just forgot about everything. You know what I'm saying? Everybody, I mean, you know, because this is a different time, and we in a totally different time. This is like usually in a day, I would run into about possibly 5 different tribal members, so they would be able to remind me, and you know what I'm saying? Then I would remind them about something. But now, you know, it ain't like that no more. You know, it's like, you know, everybody hiding. So we're gonna try to come on in. You know, we're gonna try to come on in so that we could, you know, do this toast. We wanna lift up these ancestors, man. We wanna do it right. So it's time for me to beam in. I'm still trying to learn how to work this Discord. So I sent out another text too, because I thought one was good. Thought one would be good. But it appears that one is not enough. So now I gotta invite you to the voice channel. What's the voice channel, Brother Hutton? This is where we got one where we're able to text, right? And all those windows I showed you, I gotta go in and set the permissions for each one. I gotta invite people to each one. So I guess each one of those is a channel and shit. Rather than me making one big channel, I made a bunch of channels and shit, and put them all up on the Gye-Nyame. So I'm gonna need some help. So some of y'all need to bring your ass up in there and start figuring some of this stuff out. It's like, yo, cause I'm like, I know not what I do is. I need help is. You understand? I'm sitting up here like, wow. But it's a nice little setup. And I want to talk to the family about boosting the server on a regular basis so we get the most function out of it. This is why I sent the link in the big chat. I just sent the link this morning, and it's to a voice channel. Actually, so when you click the link, I just sent it out to everybody this morning. So it's gonna look, it is a link, and it's gonna sound just like the one that you clicked on when you first got in. But this one is to a private talk channel, where when you get in there, you turn on your phone, everybody's in there, right? Possibly will possibly be able to get in there and talk. I don't know how it works. I never did it on Discord yet. But like I said, after we figure this out, you know what I'm saying? And possibly after this Kuumba ceremony, the per I may be getting rid of the black signal. It's not productive enough. It's costing a whole lot. It's costing a whole lot of money. You know what I'm saying? When people that really want to reach me will take the time to sign up for Discord so they get a text when I go live. You know what I'm saying? Because this is, and like I said, I've been trying to get the family to use it. Nah, hell no. So let's go and be, man. Let's go and be, man. Here we come. Come on, anime. Come on. We need some thunder. Lightning. Come on. Come on. Stop. We made it. All right, family, let's go and get it. First off, I want to welcome you to the congregation of the mighty, the home of the stubborn minority, the place where your hustle builds muscle. This is Gye-Nyame Journey Media. I am your host, Brother Hatim, and this is the Daily Toast. And you are now riding with Gye-Nyame Journey, where we strive to blow up your old paradigms. Man, oh man, oh man, oh man. I gotta go and check what's going on with our stats and shit, because it's like we got a lot of engagement types, but very few shares and very few likes. So, I don't know. We gotta look into that and see what's up with that. But it's time for us to do the toast and lift up our ancestors as we usually do, and hopefully go through the news. Now, I wasn't able to post anything new, so we might be going over some old stuff that we went over. It's not even old, but I want to make sure that y'all, you know what I'm saying? I'm trying to keep y'all up. So, like I said, we got the what is it called? We got Washington Post, we got the New York Times, we got the I don't know what they call it. Where you can look at it whenever you want to. Subscription. We got the subscription, and I'm just trying to make sure that we're able to get y'all the information that we need to get y'all, especially during these times, family. Especially during these times. But these aren't for a lot of us. This type of shit ain't new. Being locked up in the house. A lot of this shit ain't new. I did this shit for about 5 years straight. One shit. This ain't shit. You know what I'm saying? I mean, for me, right? But I've always been blessed so that even when I was in situations like this, there was always some type of flow coming in. You know what I'm saying? So, how do we get others to get that? But no, last night we had an excellent show. Well, at least I thought it was excellent. I thought. But y'all know I'm partially crazy. So, what I would say was a good show. A lot of y'all be like, oh hell no, you ain't do nothing but cuss. You cuss all night. You so disrespectful, Brother Hatim. I don't know why the community put up with your foolishness, brother. You know what I'm saying? But you know, the folktale last night talked about being careful what you wish for, and I want to go back. I want to go back, and I want to, because I want to rehash some of the points from the story last night, from the application. I'm gonna bring y'all over to it because I think, you know, they made a pretty, you know, a pretty good point, and I want to make sure that we get the point, right? Application. I still gotta highlight it. Still highlight it. How ignorant and stupid are some people who form their notion of the supreme being from their own poor, shallow conception. And then, like forward children with their nurses, they get as consistent with infinite wisdom and unerring justice to comply with all their whimsical petitions. Let men but live as justly as they can, and just providence will give them what they ought to have. All right. So, you know what I'm saying? You know, I'm not going to just, you know, live as justice and just leave it at that. Get out here and make it happen. You know what I'm saying? Stop begging, stop crying. You know what I'm saying? Get out here and make it happen to the best of your ability. Right? I mean, this sort of goes along the line with the story of the Hercules piece. The dude started praying before he started pushing. Right? This is what you see a lot of people doing. You know what I'm saying? They're praying before they working. And that's not a good combination. You know what I'm saying? But then getting back to the point of be careful what you ask for. You know what I'm saying? Remember the story. Well, this dude was hot. He want revenge. He's mad. So he prays. Oh God, whatever God there may be, let me run into this motherfucker who stole my calf. Ooh, I'm gonna rip him in half, God, if you just give me opportunity. I even make a sacrifice. And when he ran into it, he was not prepared for what it was. And off the top, like I said, like we what is it? We leap before we look. You know what I'm saying? We test the depths of the water with both feet. You know what I'm saying? Oftentimes, you know what I'm saying, we don't use the cool head. This is why I like talking to the Black Yoda, right? You know what I'm saying? Because it's like, you know, in most instances, you know, he's setting a model for all around him to where he's always, or at least appears to always be mindful, not emotional. Now, brother, I tell him, shit. Now, brother, I try. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, it's kind of hard. But let's get to what we supposed to do. You know, so this is the story. You find it. It's the herdsman and the lost bull. Just type it in. And, you know, you might be able to find some stuff. It's wisdom. Might just take a little bit of time. You know what I'm saying? And you're going to run into some curveballs with some of these stories that you think are just for kids. I keep telling y'all, these folk tales aren't just for kids. But, you know, let's get it popping. That's all I want. Let's get it popping. It's time to pop. It's time. Grab your glass. That's right, grab the glass. Drink your water. Come on, drink your water, but first, take your breath and drink some water. Take your breath and drink some water. Take your breath and drink some water. Take your breath. Drink, 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 drink. Or should I say, breathe, breathe, then drink. Now family, watch this. Now grab your glass for some water. Get your pitcher of that water or bottle. Lift that pitcher of that water. Simply pour some water. Drink, 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 drink. Or should I say, lift, pour, then drink. Now move your body and drink some water. Move your body and drink some water. Oh. Move your body and drink some water. Oh. Family, move your body. Drink, 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 drink. Or should I say, move, move, then drink. Now raise your glass and toast your ancestors. Now raise your glass and toast your ancestors. Now raise your glass and toast your ancestors, fam. Just raise your glass. Drink, 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 drink. Or should I say, raise toast, then drink. Now take your breath and drink some water. Lift and pour yourself some water. Move your body, drink some water. Raise your glass and toast your ancestors. Breathe, lift, move, toast. But to stay healthy, remember, breathe, drink, eat, move. Very simple, right? Hey, take your breath. Lift and pour. Move your body, ayy. Toast your ancestors, drink up. Drink some water. Drink, 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 drink. Drink your water. Take your breath. Lift and pour. Move your body, ayy. Toast your ancestors. Family. What greater thing can you be doing this morning other than toasting those who have laid the foundation upon which you are standing, who have carved the pathway in which you are walking upon? We gather here with Gye-Nyame Journey to toast our ancestors, family, right? On a daily basis. There's nothing I would rather be doing in the morning. Nothing. Like I wake up, I'll be tired, but I get right here, man, and the music start. Listen, I get out. I'm sitting up here like, wow, you know what I'm saying? And to know that I got family members out there that's like, yo, you know what I'm saying? I feel you on this shit, right? You know what I'm saying? It's like we neglect a lot of things in our life. Let me go, because, you know, since I pulled up the the proverb. See, because in Gye-Nyame, right, you know, we got a organic living course, right? It don't stand still, right? So we got a folk tale of the week. So the folk tale of the week was the herdsman and the lost calf. All right? Or lost bull or whatever. Be careful what you ask for. So last week's Proverbs. Oh, my kids are trying to kill me. Oh, Lord have mercy. So last week was, this is 4-2. Okay, cool. Neglect. Because we neglect a lot of things. Neglect of duty to self, brother, or sister creates a spiritual imbalance, say the knowledge holders. Neglect is the empowering of imperfection. Neglect. Right? So here we try not to neglect our ancestors or our brothers and sisters. Brother Kwame was just able to say hey to Sister Navita on Discord via what? What? Oh, wow. See, we got the family up here experimenting. So was the sound clear? I'm sorry. You got me excited. I mean, because I haven't done it yet. I mean, because I did do a video call with Brother Devin, though. So, yeah, it was all right. So, I'm just wondering because, All right, well, anyway. Family, here we go. Let's do it. We're about to do this toast and lift up those whose shoulders we stand upon. All right? And we're going to have some fun, too. You understand what I'm saying? All right. So I remember today. I remembered to throw up the daily toaster thing. And so let's go and get it. I still got some tea. I didn't go down there. Like I said, I got home. I said, man, it was so beautiful. I said, man, I'm taking me and my kid. We going for a walk. We going for a walk. Because like I said, man, it's like, being sitting up in these little artificial caves with this not so good circulating air. As a matter of fact, I'm going to suggest that they open windows when I leave today so that we get some new air up in here, right? I'm like, you going to let the coronavirus flow in? Yeah. You need some fresh air. I want my babies to have some fresh air. I think they deserve it. Don't you think you deserve it, Sister Gina? Huh? Gina like, I'm going to sleep. I ain't listening to this madness. All right. Okay. So I get to check my kilobytes per second. Key frame interval. Frames per second. I wonder. I gotta talk with my people because I wonder if I need to change this because the other server is throwing it out at 60 frames per second. But anyway, all right. I don't know how I got into that. But family, we're about to go and toast these ancestors. Check for any messages. All right, for those who are interested in getting their family on the daily toast list, so pretty soon, I'm open a window, open page for the Discord. Something not right here. Oh, okay. That's me. All right. Boom, there we go. If you are new and want your ancestors added to the daily toaster list, post their names in the chat or join our Discord and post them in there. Discord. Ooh. Okay. I'm about to change that. But anyway, it's hot though. It's hot. So let's get it. First, giving honor to the Creator by whatever name you choose to call it Creator. We lift up our glass, we salute our Creator, and we say, I say. From that family, we move on to our illustrious ancestors, man. We want to lift up those upon whose backs we were carried, upon those who carried us in their arms and cuddled us when we needed it, and disciplined us when they needed to, and pulled us back when we thought we knew what we was running into. We want to lift up our glass. We want to salute those who helped us mend the fences that we might have broke, or repair the toys that we might have destroyed, or forgave us for some foolishness that we might have been involved with, that taught us love, that demonstrated love to us. We want to lift them up this morning. I hope nobody has a problem with that. That's what the Daily Toast is about. Bringing that energy, reminding us about that energy that was around us. And that's the type of energy that we need to be pulling on during times like this. Right? Right? So we lift up our glass to salute our ancestors. Right? We remember them. And I'm going to go down the list that I have, and once again I thank y'all for trusting me with the names. And like I said, I'm working on learning the whole list by heart. Remember, take that breath, conscious breathing. Maybe we'll talk a little bit about that. Miles Brown, Mazan, Robert and Texana, Davis, Herman Brown, Sr., Rosalie, Tilly, George and William Walter, Chris Pendergast, Eileen, Uncle Chris, Aunt Fiend, Cleveland and Geneva Brown, Margaret Ellis, Wash Ellis, Cecil Ellis, Alvaro Brown, Gina Gaines, Herman Brown II, Barbara Twiggs, Wash Ellis, Wash Ellis Jr., Katie Ellis, Nikki Ellis, Jamon Jones, Jeremiah Tappan, John Fallar, Montague Pimenel, No More X, Pet Ma, Ron Malika Fakur, Dr. Marianne Williams, Kojo Kamara, The Farmer, Elder Millie Dixon, Tony Clark, Pastor Yusuf Weston, Elder Ajani, Elder Ron Coleman, Elder Robert Donaldson, Alfred Brofro, Hector Jr., J. Edwards, Carlisle Harris, Grace Lundy, Inez Harris, William Bell, Moss, Phyllis Rose, Sterling and Lucy Wright, Derek L. Pulliam, the Luxter Brother, Miss Edith Brooke Crawley, Miss Marie Nelson, Mr. Patrick Crawley, Sr., Mr. Jerry Brunson, Mr. Lonzo Johnson, Miss Marie McDowell, Jonathan Foster, Charles Jordan, Kel Smith, Walter Smith, Richard Triggs, Francis Johnson. I lost my rhythm. Francis Johnson. I lost my rhythm. Oh, man. Man, listen. I'm learning, just by learning this, that rhythm is very important in learning. Francis Johnson, Mary Franklin, Jimmy Williams, Daniel Ford, George Gibson, Natalie Loretta Clark, Inez McCray, Fritz Clark, Frankie Justice, Katie Justice, Derek Riddleman, Virginia Rogers, Reverend James Smith, Lewis Henderson, Kevin Spratling, Mayor Elizabeth Walker, Raymond Walker Sr., Sarah Jane Carter, Michael Ford Jr., Kellen D. Russell, Susie B. Smith, Teresa Clay, Melvin Dale Hodge Jr., Herman Copeland, Mildred Copeland, Jenny Clay, Bird Beatty, Sarah Weller, Vita Farmer, Agoso Sue, Cheryl Harvey, Charmaine, Evelyn Theolis Hasbury, Harvey Hasbury Sr., Linda Dickinson, T.C. Islam, Terrell Dunbar, Will Thomas, Sarah Berry, Mark Walsh, Merle B. Thornton, Pearl G. Thornton, Ida Johnson, Florence M. Carter, Joanne Thornton, Erica Trish Lewis, Juanita Wright, Robert Wright, George Wright, Mary Eliza, Frederick Davis, Mary Elizabeth Rogers, Mary Esther Keachta Reese, Linda Watson Hammonds, Jarrell Giles Watson, Spell Slimmy, Sarah Lewis, Andrew Holmes, Percy Moore, Mildred Owens, Booker T. Bowden, Charlie Hunt, Sammy Stover, Heather Pearson, Sturgeon Thornton, Richard Thornton, Lavinia Hall, Freeman Bankster, Mary Moss, Sophia Peacock, Willie Thornton, Napoleon Kenty, Mark Ramsey, Paul Ramsey, Matt Ramsey, David Ramsey, Charles E. Thornton, Frankie Quells, Urania Thornton, Bernice Quells, Ernestine Jackson, Frankie Johnson, Teresa Mormon, Leon Johnson, Charles Bell, Vivian Ramsey, S.E. Johnson, Derrida Johnson, Leon Johnson, Charles Bell, Vivian Ramsey, S.C. Johnson, Dorita Johnson, Leon Johnson, James Barham, Dana Jones, Henry World, James Farmer, Mary Chavez, Leon Grace, Bessie Johnson, Hattie Levester, Mary Moreland, Paul Moreland, Elder Caleb, Rosemary Martinier, Elder Amatet Wellman, Fred Douglas Triggs II, Vina Triggs, Reverend Eddie Moore, Helen Fuller, Eugene Jackson Sr., Richard Ellis, Silas Alexander, Charles Maxwell, Percy May Alexander, Arthur Reynolds, Stanley Lockhart, Ricky Lockhart, William Lockhart, Woodrow Lockhart, Brenda Porter, Deacon Hargraw, Cola Sawyer, Andrew Parker, Doris Donald, Ellis Murphy, D'Amico Russell, Didi Monares, Gina Ruth Jones, Jana Callahan. I'm going to get it. I don't have it yet. I'm going to get it. All right, we are on William Walter West. Shouts out to Brother Kwame. Let me see. He on YouTube today. I need to come on Twitch. Get on some Twitch. William Walter West, Nigel Parrish, but I appreciate you being here. I'm just complaining. That's what I do. William Walter West, Nigel Parrish, Elder Basiki, Fulani, Jim Robinson, Gladys Johnson, Valerie Clark, John and Mary Sutton, Dirk Johnson, Antonio Johnson, Elise Waters, DeFritas Hines, Inez Bostic, Anna Bostic, Winifred Scatterberry, Wilson Haley, Emma Hines, Phyllis Lee, Eugene Spradling, Kevin Spradling, Charles Wooden, Penny Brown, Roy Lee, Print Up Jr., Miriam Johnson, Wilbur Longmire, Cadney, Janice Carter, Michael Carter, Leon Pina Carter, Michael Carter, William Carter, Lisa Jordan, Charles Lee Mosley, Dorothy R. Blair, Ransom Evans Sr., Sam Evans Sr., Elon Blair Sr., Edward Stevens, Suann Stevens, Joe Davis, Timothy Butler, Gene Holmes, Dana Charles, Peter Charles, Christy Nichols, Cardinal Robinson, Rosemary Charles, Ada Pearl, Bob Ingalls, Jack Wallace, Warren M. Finch, Warren P. Finch, Tim Ingalls, Audrey Finch, William Billingsley Jr., Jennifer Sensabaugh, Hazel Gaston, Jerry Brantley, Brian Watson Jr., Kaniko Parsons, Jason Cathy, Bradford, Thomas Bradley, also known as Uncle Buki, also known as Gypsy, Reverend Roosevelt Word the First, Stacey Trash, Frank Smith, Mother Bertha, Michael Leonard, David Brown, Ruth Carter, June Cox, Paula Cox, Ronald Irvin, Judy Hubbard, Irene Johnson, Francis Booth Jefferson, Dan Wilkinson Sr., Emma McClendon, Jerry Dorr, Mina Robinson, Mary Nichols, Patricia Williams, Shabaka Teray, Greg G2 Gibson, Donna Hill, Richard Glebus, Lee Irby, Tommy Irby, Roy Irby, Jim McGo'Shea, George and Hallie Johnson, Archie and Margaret Armstead, Dan Scott, Erica Armstrong, Claire Fox, Gene Evans, Archie Beck. Archie Beck, Anna McGill, Charles McDaniel, Christine Cottrell, Art Becker, Alice Arnold, Arthur Arnold, Hattie Reed, Charles Reed, Eula and Andrew Baker, Patricia, Edwin Brooks, Gwendolyn and Bob Hatch, Kimball Brandon, Bradley Kim, Janie Harry, Tom McKay, Spencer Sturgis, Shelly Mae Baker, Ethel Baker, Creola Baker, Geneva Baker, Aaron Nino, Baby Hatch, Senior Mally Miller, Housey, Hashtag Cleveland, Mother Gibson, Alex Nixon, Jane, John Bowie, Lester and Rachel Saunders, Dorita Ross, Viola Ross, Robert Nelson, Francis Stevenson, Leroy Stokes, Neely Johnson, Fletcher Swan, Maddie and Charlie Scott, Ade Casey, Thomas Cooper, Vivian Stevenson, Monahan Lewis, Cornetta Lyman Lewis, John Jackson, William Dallas Lewis, Mary Francis, Chappelle Jackson, Michael Richard Jackson, Martha Ford Dawson, Big Mama, Nanny Harris, Eva Ford, James Harrison, Margaret Towns, Mary Williams, Leroy Q. Heath Sr., Apple Moore, Miss Vanilla, Alvis Motley, Jodine Elizabeth, Douglas Thompson, Urchin Houston, Leda Alls, Elijah Alls, Jerome Alls, Henry West Staten, Joe Jamel Alls, and Pierce, Donald Carter, Lily Green, Nathan Green, Beth Bond, John Dewey, Ruth Beard, Tim Butler, Remy Laura Newton, J.B. Foggy, Thomas Newton Sr., Barbara Naeem, Jeanette Sanders, Jerry C. Sanders, Roy Pruitt, H.J. Brantley Sr., Henry Wilson, Rufus Jenkins, Minnie Wilson, Catherine Sanders, Muriel Ellis, Elizabeth Sanders, Henrietta Irby, Mildred Armstead, Margaret Armstead, Captain Anthony, Ruth Brown, Charles Walker, Senior, Charlie Walker, Cecil Russell, Diane Irvin, Haroon Phillips, William Ford, Margaret Logan, Phyllis Barnett, Lee Irvin Senior, Michael Irvin, Ozella Watson, Hugo Watson, John Caldwell Senior, Robert Lee Caldwell, Nevada Mitchell, Ron McCormick Senior, Sabrina Easley, Rashawn Easley, JaVale McCormick, Barbara Ann Reed, Dorothy Ann Reed, John Reed, Shekamaha Reed Jr., John Reed Jr., Patricia Reed, Edward Benson Senior, Ethel H. McNair, Louis Fernandez, Jacqueline Broaders, Reginald Albert, Mazarine Colfer, George Swan, Emmanuel Grayson, Charles Scott, Charles H. Scott, Michael Morgan, Shirley Morganson, Will Edwards McNabb, Annie Ferguson, William Ferguson, Shelby McClendon. Now, family, we may have enough names to go to list number 3. We may have enough names to go to list number 3. So let's see. Oh man, my pen is gone. Somebody might send in a name. We got Joella Giles, James Carswell, Liberta Adams, also known as Aunt Sis, Elder Shaka McNanthony Brown. We got Jonathan Ford and Lottie Gaucher, Cousin Tony, Michael Johnson, James Jimmy Johnson, Barbara Shane Lewis, Ronald Sheldon Jr., Damian Top with Stina Banks, Joseph Bingham Quincy, Mama Aunt Lady, Abraham Isaac Cundiff, Barbara Lewis, Renee Johnson, Joy, Ryan Ross Riggins, Jermonte, Marcus Price, Ness Words, Marshawn McHale, Demetrius Beard, Herb Jefferson, Ralph Mickens, Eric Walker, Quasi Sample, Candace Simmons, Severn Clayton, Leonard Jones, Sonny Garner, Melvin Scott Sr., Elder Clarence Lumpkin, Elizabeth Johnson, Frank Smith, Stacey Trice, Denise Goray, Nathaniel Hassan Turner, Khalid is in transition, also known as Nigel Turner, Demetrius Lewis playing Alberta Woods, Geneva Simmons, Daniel Tilly, Angeline Gans, Reef, Oscar Kane, Audrey Gripper, Dominic Nichols, Ruthie Lane Johnson, Teresa Sambo, Aunt Maxine, Uncle James, Henry Munger III, Tamara Dowdy, Nicole Harris, Julia Taylor, Richard Bozeman II, Ruth Carter, John Carter, Mr. Thornton, Deshandra Lynette Lewis, Henderson Mosley, Charles Jordan, Henry Essex II, Fannie L. Webb, Dan Walton, Alauti Sue Walton, Emma Walton, James Randolph Giles, Sonny Pete Walton, William Walton, Fred Powers, Elijah Juan Hakeem and Como, Alberta T. Davis, Charles Davis, Willie R. Mackey, also known as Dr. Kareemi Mackey, Victor Bowden, Drusilla Kitty Berger, Lucy White, Robert Lee White, Emma Jean White, Tarleton Roger White, R.L. White, Jesse White, Ruby Jewel White, Johnson Carl White, Desi Woods, Tillard Woods, Lennox, Jim Woods, Lizzie Woods, Juanita Alexander Brown, Cynthia Ann Wright, Richard Dorsey, Annie Simpson, Jamira Simpson, Regina Hopkins, Joseph Simpson, Nettie Dorsey, Eleanor Hopkins, Edward Webster, Alice Webster, Ivy Webster, Arnella Willis, Ethel Lane, Samantha DeMond, Ethel Marshall, Steve Dougie Shelton, William Bill Walker, Carl Rico Johnson, Kim Gray, Stuart A. Johnson, Edward Young III, Isaac Jackson Sr., Drusilla Merle, Wayne Young, Christina Young, Thomas Young, Frank Merle, Sylvester Foster, James and Lizzie Winston, Abe and Julia Lawrence, Ozell Leathers Sr., Gladys Cooper, Ozell Leathers Jr., Geneva Jackson, R.J. Lacey, also known as Toot the Don, Sabre Winston, Chris Kinney, Margaret Mentor, Mary Smith, Juanita Florine Stith Gibbs, Carl William Duncan Jr., Jenna Callahan, Denny Hill, Miko, D. Nice Hill, Andre Martin, Mabel Williams. Family, we raise up our glass. We salute each of our ancestors, each of these personal individuals on the list. We lift up our glass and we salute them. And with that, we say the mighty word of our Shay. From there, family, where do we go? We go to the present moment. Y'all know where we is going. We didn't toast the past. Now we moved into the realm of the present, which is the realm that we are in right now, which is the realm that we have the ability to run rather than being run. We lift up our glass, we salute this present moment, and we want to once again, we want to celebrate the day that we are in. Right now, we are on Ujima, and those Ujima babies, listen, because I just figured out, I thought I could just send one invite to the whole server. I got to figure out how to do that. So those of you that are in the server, you know what I'm saying, go you, because you got your page and then you got the server. I need people to start learning how to work the server, right? It's cool to learn to work your page, right? But we need to learn how to work the server, because within the server is where we are able to do the community activities. So we need to figure out, I need to figure out how to just send one blanket invite so an individual could get access to the whole thing, so I could go put everybody on the level they are, so that you can have the levels of control that you have, because I have already preset them. So I'm looking into it. Like I said, I got to do all this in between my venture at work and in between trying to stream all day and stream on shit. We streamed all night, you know, because I was supposed to cut it off at 3:30, but I rolled over and was like, I'm going to go back. Woke up, it was like, I said, oh, okay, let me cut it off. All right, but anyway, we're in the present moment, family. This is our moment to shine. This is our moment to build. This is our moment to, in a sense, make our ancestors proud. You know what I'm saying? To let them know that their sacrifice for our lives, for us being here, for us coming through them, and living off of them until we are able to live off of the fruit of our labor. We lived off the fruit of their labor. Now, many of us are at a stage where we are eating off the fruit of our labor, and we got our young people eating off the fruit of our labor. And I hope that your fruit is nurturing and nutritious for your children. I hope it's nurturing and nutritious for you. Or are you one of those that's just wasting this moment? Right? So I want to give all the Ujima babies a round of applause, because it is Ujima. And it is a day that we really, really need to be looking for this principle, because all these principles are key. All these principles are key, right? But there's certain ones that we really need to go on and work on. Ujima. See, because Kuji Chagalia is more about the internal struggle. Ujima is an external thing, and is needed. So family, what I need you to find is, it starts internally, but because if the internals is not working right, that's usually why Ujima don't go, why all the principles fail. So I mean, we can talk about that, but Ujima, you know what I'm saying, after you master it and you put it in practice, Ujima is one of the major keys that's going to make sure that we are able to rebuild our communities, family. So I want you to seek out Ujima. I want you to track it down. Hunt it like a, you know what I'm saying? Don't kill it though. Take a picture, send it in. Hashtag Ujima, found hashtag Ujima Day, hashtag Ujima, period. You know what I'm saying? But all right, so we raise our glass to this present moment, right? But we can't do that yet. We celebrate this present moment. We empower this present moment. We pray that you are using your present moment to carve out the space and time that your children will need to live in. Because nobody else is carving out space and time for your babies. I'm just letting you know. That's up to you, right? So, Ujima, for those who don't speak the language, means collective work and responsibility. Righteousness is the myotic principle of the day. Respect is the M7 or the M7 principle of the day, or what we teach young people. Blue is the color, as you can see by my beautiful blue Simba Nation Builder hoodie. Only Nation Builders get it. It's something about exclusivity, right? You know what I'm saying? It's just something about it, right? Vibration is the Hermetic law today. Male name Kweku, female Akua. I am going to design a hoodie or a shirt. I mean, that only members can get. All right. We're going to work on that. What y'all think about that? All right. So we lift up our glass. We salute this moment. We recognize his power. We lift up our glass, and with that, we say, I say, from there, family, where do we go? Where we going? Well, I tell you where we going. Do you know where we going? Do you know where we're going to? Do you know what life is showing you? Where you going to? Do you know? Yes, I do. We are moving from the present moment to the future. That belongs to our children, unless we forfeit it in the moment. Y'all got to understand, the past and the future are connected to the moment, to the now. And when you don't handle your business, when we don't handle our business as a group in the now, we forfeit our future. We give their space, we give their time, we give their resources to others' future. And we also forfeit the past, because our ancestors become forgotten. And we know that hell for an African is being forgotten. It ain't fire and brimstone. It's people remembering or not remembering to whisper your name. Because we're generational people, because we coming back if we have space to come back too. But we got other interlopers that's trying to squeeze us out. So we raise up our glass, we salute this moment, because those of us that's on a journey, we understand what's going on. We're raising our glass, and in raising our glass, we are keeping a pact with our ancestors, and we're keeping a promise with our future generations, because we handling business in the moment. And we say Ashe. From their family, we move to our children, our children's children, on to infinity. We toast them in advance. We keep them at the forefront of our mind as we move through our day, because we know we're moving through our day to establish something for them. If you're not, you just a goddamn waste. I'm just saying, I'm raising a glass to our future generations, and we say Ashe. From their family, we move on. We move on, and we toast all of our relations, and we say Ashe from all of our relations. Where do we go? From all of our relations, this is that selfish toast, family. This is for you. What is it that you need right now in this moment to move towards your greatness? We lift it up and we say Ashe. From their family, last but not least, I want to toast the most magnificent, the most wonderful, the most marvelous, the most uplifting, the most outstanding, the most insightful, and the strongest individual in the room. I raise my glass up to you, and we say Ashe, Ashe, Ashe. Family, I wish you peace, power, joy, and 100 years. And as we say in Gye-Nyame, can end. Damn right, this is our thing. So let me go and put on some music, or put on something real quick while I
to think deeper, further, and higher to create a better reality for myself. I pledge to live my life and go beyond all my self-imposed limitations. I pledge to promote the principles of the Gye-Nyame warriors and to assist all those who are seeking the path of success. I pledge all these things first to myself, my teachers, to all my relations, and to my higher power. I am Gye-Nyame. Ashe, Ashe, Ashe.
Minute by minute. Minute by minute. Hour by hour. Hour by hour. You lose your history. You lose your history. You lose your power. You lose your power. Minute by minute. Minute by minute. Hour by hour. Hour by hour. You lose your faith. You lose your faith. You lose your power. You lose your power. If it is to be. If it is to be. It's up to me. It's up to me. I feel good about myself. I feel good about myself. I feel good about the people around me. I feel good about the people around me. I feel goodness all around me. I feel goodness all around me. And it will follow me for the rest of my life. And it will follow me for the rest of my life. Cause I walk with good. Cause I walk with good. And I talk with good. And I talk with good. And I am good. And I am good. And that feels real good. And that feels real good. Good, better, best. Good, better, best. Never let it rest. Never let it rest. Until your good is your better. Your good is your better. And your better is your best. And your better is your best. Black people. Black people. You were once great. You were once great. You shall be great again. You shall be great again. Lose not faith. Lose not faith. Lose not courage. Lose not courage. Go forward. Go forward. Uplift the race. Uplift the race. Harambe. 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 Harambe.
Harambe, fam. Hey. Hold on before y'all roll. Don't pull off yet. Let's go back to our news feed real quick. See what's going on. Maybe somebody posted something up on the Gye-Nyame Journey timeline that we haven't seen yet. Wow. Okay. All right. Dang, I put up there join. Is that today? No, that's yesterday. No, that's a strange silence in the air. We reached 1,000 people, 30 engagements, 132 views. So I got to figure out the difference between people reached, engagements, and views. I got to figure out the difference, so that we can understand what's going on. All right. Okay, cool. All this is old news. Okay, so because I didn't add anything new on the timeline, because as y'all see, we had Digi TV going last night. I mean, it's like I turned it on. I was like, oh my God. So this is the show from last night. The herdsman and the lost bull. Be careful what you pray for. We got 94 people reached, 11 engagements, 8 comments. I won't say how many people watched, because I'm assuming it's something different. And where the rest of the stuff at? They done took something down, family. I guess. Wow. So I don't see the Digi TV from last night on here. Let's see. Let's refresh. Maybe that might be it. Need to refresh, Brother Hatil. Y'all refresh too. All right. Make sure it's fresh. Refresh. Oh, I'm sitting up here trying to take y'all with me, and I ain't even switch screens. See, thank God. It's like I'm old. I be on. So I'm just getting the spinning wheels of death. So, family, once again, be aware that the black signal may be going the way of the dodo bird. I need to say, like I said, with added expenses, I need to start finding some stuff to cut off, and the black signal appears to be one of those first things that will be getting those budgetary cuts. And then also, family, I want you to really, really put some thought into your stimulus money. What are you going to do with it? You know what I'm saying? Are you investing in yourself? You know what I'm saying? What are you going to do? Maybe we might need to have a talk this weekend, because because some people are going to get this money and it's going to be like hot coals in their hand. They're going to have to spend it. Rewarded video can help increase revenue. Our top earning gaming publishers have seen great success with rewarded videos. All right, we'll come back and see that. I'm gonna come back and see that. Y'all, a lot of y'all don't have to stick around, because I know. Well, I mean, y'all on quarantine. Shit, where you going? So it's not letting me go, and I still haven't received my computer yet. And every morning, about this time, about 7:30, FedEx sent me a text saying expected delivery at blah blah blah. You know what I'm saying? You got a delivery at blah blah blah, and then by 10:30 they sent me a text: we will not be out there because of the COVID, the dangers of the COVID virus. Well, you knew that shit in the morning, man. You know what I'm saying? Stop playing. Why don't you let me come get my stuff? You know what I'm saying? I'm like, let me just, we're not allowed. I said, okay, so I reach out to the seller, and everybody closed right now. I mean, it's like, you know what I'm saying? We in the middle of a national crisis. And speaking of that shit, let me tell y'all about this. Listen, I'm gonna have to put the apartment complex. Listen, our lease is up, right? The lease is up, and all of a sudden, you know what I'm saying? They want to take everything. We want to go to the market value. This is how long we've been here. We want to move the property to market value if you don't re-sign the lease. You know what I'm saying? We're in the middle of a goddamn pandemic. So I'm going to need to call it. We're in the middle of a pandemic, right? And we did have a place to move, but I don't think it's safe for me and my family to move at this point in time. You know what I'm saying? And I don't think that it's proper for you to put the squeeze on when we have a national goddamn crisis going. This is the type of shit that you see. This is the type of shit that happens when you are not engrossed in wealth, family. You understand what I'm saying? This is the type of shit. This is how they treat you. You know what I'm saying? You know, you're renting, and in all the time that you've been here, you haven't been late once. I ain't say I was late once or twice. I said we haven't been late once. We've been here. Shit, Sasha was a baby. It was before Sasha started school. Gina might have been in first grade, or I don't know. We've been here a long time. And these motherfuckers sending a threatening letter talking about in the middle of a pandemic, your lease is up in May. What? Your lease is up in May. And we're going to take it up to the market value. And I got a question. What type of fucking market does Columbus have where the market value of a 3-bedroom is $1,200? This shit is not worth no goddamn 12. It's not worth what I'm paying right now. This shit is not worth no $1,200 plus another $200. About $4. Is you out your goddamn mind? And this is the shit that we have to put up with right here in Columbus. And this shit needs to stop. You know what I'm saying? Some of these places, you know what I'm saying, trying to put the squeeze on people because you know people start moving around spring, but you know this spring ain't no motherfucking moving going on. We on quarantine. Niggas is not working in masks and rubber gloves. I'm not doing that shit. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, it's like, yo, in a minute, I'm thinking about not paying shit. See, I was going to pay. Then I got the letter. I'm literally thinking about not paying shit. Because we are in the midst of a pandemic. And you just raised my COVID count. My stress level, making it possible for me to catch COVID, goddammit. And I already know that the owners of the property are receiving. You know, the piece that Ocasio, I think that's her name, she brought out with Cuomo is that the city and the states are relieving the owners. But those that pay the owners get no relief because the owners are coming for their money. So if we know that these owners are getting a break for mortgages, right? Then why shouldn't it be required? And I know why. Why should it be required that those who are paying rent also get a relief? Nah, they're gonna come try to get their rent, right? And I have my shit on autopilot. I'm about to go and pull my shit off on autopilot right now and be like, well, you're gonna have to evict us. Cause I'm really thinking about this. What court during a pandemic is gonna really hear and take this shit seriously? I mean, it's like, yo, you at the perfect. This is the perfect time for you to act like a goddamn fool. You come knock at my door. There ain't nobody here. And if you are here, we'll pay when we get ready. You know what I'm saying? Y'all don't want to work with us. We don't want to work with you. And in a minute, I'm going to give up their dare. I'm going to give up their name. I'm going to give up the complex name because it's some fuck shit. I'm just sorry. I'm sorry. Good morning to you too. Good morning to you. So they say we hit 238 people, reached 4 engagements. We only got 1 comment. Interesting. French doctor proposal to test COVID. I knew it was some new news. French doctors, think about this. French doctors, where we at? French doctors proposal to test COVID-19 treatment in Africa slammed as colonial mind state. From CNN. Hey, we got a new treatment for COVID-19. We just need a place to test it. Hey, take it over to Africa. Hey, that's a good idea. Take it over to Africa. French doctors proposal to test COVID-19 treatment in Africa slammed as colonial mentality. Let's go. Hurry up. Get on the screen so I can whoop these French. I'll whoop some French ass. Stephanie Bassari and Barbara Wajazer. CNN. Thank you, Miss Stephanie and Miss Barbara, for bringing the story out. But my uncle sent me something earlier on the little, finally I got a message that made some God, you know what I'm saying? I'm so sick of some of these other messages. Now I got a question for the 5G people out there. You know, and if you don't know what I'm talking about, you're not a 5G. For the 5G people out there, if what we are going through is caused by 5G, why would the whole country, or why would the government be willing to shut down the economy just so that 5G can be installed? If all this is happening because of 5G, the question is, why would the government allow it to continue? Because this is hurting everybody. Every industry is hurt. I'm just saying, right? Because a lot of people, because you even got Hollywood people now screaming, "It's the 5G! It's the 5G!" And I'm like, cool, but answer me, riddle me this, Batman. You know what I'm saying? What is gained by shutting down the whole economic system? Because 5G, listen, 5G is going to make a whole lot of money. A whole lot of money. But people going to have money to spend. Right now, the way the world works and what from what they have learned is that the world isn't that spectacular up under domination. Not direct domination. There's not as much creativity. 5G is going to give the whole economy a boost. Why? Because you're going to be able to pass more data. And I know some of y'all like it's the radiation and blah, blah, blah. But this is the question. All right, cool. If this thing is having this type of an effect on all these countries, right? You don't think motherfuckers will shut this down? Do you know how fucked up the economy is going to be after you get your stimulus check? And they talking about doing another stimulus check. So by the time, because just like I did before this one, right? I maxed out everything. I'm like, fuck it. I'm getting up. You know what I'm saying? All the shit that's valuable that you want, that you can invest in yourself, get that shit before the second stimulus check come. This is why. Because once again, once they drop those trillions into the economy, the whole shit is going to be going down. So we are going to be paying, you're going to notice high prices on everything. Everything. Right? So I'm just saying, those of you with the 5G theory, why would they allow the economy to crash, tank, descend into oblivion? But brother, I tell you, the markets came back yesterday. They are the markets. You see how it's the market, it's up and it's down, it's up and it's down. That's what the damn markets do. Right? But now we are artificially injecting a super large sum of money into the economy, which is going to cause it to crash, which is going to make more stuff expensive, which is going to make poor people poor. And capitalism don't work, and this system don't work without a consumer class. See, because like this one of the things I'll be talking when people be talking about this whole agenda to limit the population size. These motherfuckers is racing towards the bottom. They're racing towards getting you the cheapest product. Being able to get the cheapest product to you possible. Right? And they want to make more of it. They need an audience. This whole shit, this whole dog and pony show don't work if you don't have an audience. It don't work. All right, but let's go on back here to the French. Let's get into the French's ass. Frenchie, get you straight. He said, Myers by being their own stock back from our tax. That's right. That's right. Wisconsin Supreme Court overturned extending the vote there even in light of the pandemic. Well, man, listen, right? You know what I'm saying? No, it's the 5G. It's not a pandemic. And you know what I'm saying? And it could be, family, but I'm just asking. Like I said, when you come, you know what I'm saying? Come. You know what I'm saying? We're going to launch 5G. We're going to kill a couple thousand people. It might disrupt the markets. See, some of the people that be giving y'all theories have never owned shit. Right? See, when you own shit, and you really have a vested interest and you got skin in the game, right? And you have a certain hustle, and you got peers who have similar hustles. It's certain things that you will allow to continue and allow for others to do until what they do start interfering with what you do. Then you have to stop it. 5G is fucking up other hustles. That shit will not go down in the street. I don't know why you think it's gonna go down in any other context. Nigga, if you stepping on my toes and I'm controlling this block and what you're doing is gonna cause problems on my block, there's no motherfucking way I'm gonna let you continue that and I stay alive. You fucking with my money. I don't understand. I'm just trying to put y'all logic together. I really want to see what y'all say. How can can you launch an industry that's going to just fuck everybody's business up? We got FedEx fucked up. We got Amazon fucked up. We got all the airlines fucked up. We got all these small businesses out here fucked up. They can't even open. And for real, that's the best you could do. Now that I got on that fight, let's get to these French motherfuckers real quick. Parlez-vous français? No, I don't. But I see what y'all trying to do. Lagos, Nigeria. CNN. World Health Organization Director General Tedros Adhanom Ghebreyesus has condemned controversial comments made by the French doctors about testing a COVID-19 potential treatment in Africa, calling the remarks a hangover from colonial mentality. They was totally cool with that.
To Wikipedia, a colonial mentality is the internalized attitude of ethnic or cultural inferiority felt by people as a result of colonization, i.e. them being colonized by another group.
Wow. So, is the doctor who wanted tested over there African? Oh, let's look into this, because oh wow. To be honest, I was help me, Black Yoda. I'm about to go the fuck off. I got people calling me during shows. Come on now, give me some words of inspiration, some words of wisdom. Because I'm about to go the fuck off. You already know how I get, right? Everybody know. Just check my timeline. I'm streaming all the time now. Shit. We trying to make this, we trying to turn this into a business. People be laughing and shit, right? Listen, I used to break dance. My grandfather came in the room one day. I love my grandfather, but he pissed me off with this. He said, son, I possibly would buy you a car if you stop spinning on your head and on your back, doing that foolishness, right? You'll never make a living doing that. And one of the dudes I used to break with, it's called Forrest Go Get 'Em Gum. This motherfucker been making a great living off of hip-hop his whole adult life. This motherfucker been living hip-hop his whole adult life. Right? I'm just saying, family, it's crazy. It's crazy. Right? I remember looking at motherfuckers playing games like, you wasting your goddamn time. This is just in my lifetime. Motherfucker, you wasting your time. We got a whole sport. We got video sport leagues. We got individuals supporting their whole lifestyle off of streaming games. So, motherfuckers can laugh. Motherfuckers look what I'm doing and laugh. I don't care. Because I already see, I done seen it. I'm like, oh. Right? And I'm telling everybody, family, listen, look, content is king. Family, listen, you need to start, I don't want you to be one of those that's sitting 5 to 10 years from now or on the sidelines talking about, damn, if I would have started and all it took was my cell phone. No, dog. You know what I'm saying? It's like, by that time, it's going to be too late. So I'm just letting y'all know. But I'm wondering if this French dude, I don't know how I got on that. Y'all got to, that's why I need some assistance, be like, get on point, God damn it, get on point. I need somebody over there doing shit like that. My engineer like, God dang it, no, you ain't got time, you ain't, back to the point. Writing it on the board. I know who would be perfect for that shit. I know who would be perfect. I ain't gonna say his name, but he will be perfect for that shit. To be honest, I was appalled, and it was a time when I said when we needed solidarity, this kind of racist remarks actually would not help. It goes against the solidarity, Tidjo said during a WHO media briefing in Geneva on Monday. He was referring to remarks made last week by Dr. Jean-Paul Mitra. Jean-Paul Mira, head of ICU services at the Cochin Hospital in Paris, and Caramel Locht, research director for France National Institute of Health and Medical Research, INSERM, whatever that means. The two doctors appeared last Wednesday on French TV network on LCI, where they discussed whether the BCG tuberculosis vaccine could be a potential treatment for COVID-19. The drug is undergoing clinical trials for that purpose in the Netherlands and Australia. That's when Myra suggested Africa could be the ideal place to conduct a clinical trial. If I could be provocative, Mira prefaced the question before adding, should we not do this study in Africa where there are no face masks, no treatments, and no ICUs? See where he going with that shit. But still, motherfucker, see, that's why all computer programs have some type of filter. These motherfuckers, you know, after you get to a certain point, you just believe that everybody believe what you believe. And you just get going spout your shit. You know, like I said, one of the benefits of being black, right? One of the benefits of being black is I have had to operate with a filter my whole life. And right now that I'm 52 and I have been blessed and put in positions where a lot of times I don't, you know, it's getting to a point where I am able to say pretty much what the fuck I want, right? How the fuck I want to say it in most cases, right? You know what I'm saying? Because it's like, you know, because my grandmother said something that I didn't understand until I got in older age. She said, listen, I ain't got time to play with my words. Family, I ain't got time. The clock is ticking, right? I ain't got time. You know, and this dude probably feel the same way. Hey, listen, I ain't got time for, the world is dying right now. We need to test this in some place where Africa, goddammit. I understand. You know what I'm saying? Especially, we already conquered them motherfuckers. They lost. You know what I'm saying? They might as well be used to science. This is the mind state. I dig it. Oh shit, I'm paying money out while I'm sitting right here talking to y'all. Man, see, that's what I'm saying. A bit like it is done for some studies on AIDS, where with prostitutes we try things because we know that they are highly exposed and they don't protect themselves, he added during a conversation. You're right, Locke replied. And we are all in the process of thinking about a study in Africa in parallel to carry out the same type of approach with BCG and a placebo. So I'm gonna let y'all finish reading that article. I gotta use the bathroom. I gotta get up out of here. I gotta get to work, to my adventure, and we got to start quarantine Digi TV. Yup. Last night was just Gye-Nyame Digi TV, you know, and where that's where I'm gonna need the content at, right? You know, but some of it's gonna be sprinkled in Digi TV. But Digi TV, now I'm hoping that I had to reset my system last night, so I'm praying that it has burnt out Johnny Sacco. I do not want to have to turn around and see another Johnny Sacco and his giant roll. I don't want the Spanish Ultraman. I'm going to go in and personally remove that shit. I'm going to go in and surgically remove, because I didn't know it was in Spanish. I thought it was subtitled. So I'm going to go I got to look for another Ultraman this weekend so that I can share it with y'all, because Ultraman is fly. I remember Ultraman when I was little. But anyway, this is Brother Hatim. Yeah, and Brother Kwame say, always remind him, this is our reparations money that's getting passed around this motherfucker, right? Just spreading it out, right? And they got it's probably another one coming too. But all right, family, listen. This is Brother Hatim. I am, let me find something here. Something here for you to listen to while you go on about your business and I go about mine. We're going to play one of my old tracks.
I praise God as I rock the mic, come on. I praise God as I rock the mic, say what? I praise God as I rock the mic, come on. I praise God as I rock the mic. What situation is pitiful? Blackness is critical, defining our race and mind, not political. I'm striving with force to keep us on course, using the pyramid builders as my main source. Our children will guide us with ignorance behind us, removing the shades that once had blinded us. So off to the crossroad, straight for my black coat, communing with brothers. Straight from my Mac code, I step in as God with the mic as my ride, helping to raise the black children. They go from a pod. I enter as I'm a tap, exit as Shimo tap. Now that you know what's up, make sure you watch your step. I rise with the sun. It's a new day begun. Off the walk on my path. In search of the one. I'm looking for unity, not for no casualties. By working together, we step for humanity. I work what was given. I'm far beyond 7 because I know and realize that she the two gates of heaven. Black woman, I love you. Black sister, respected thee. Reach deep down into yourself. Save our community. Our laborers on our side. Allah will bless this ride. Ride will rise with truth. Jah will not criticize. Jesus will bless thee. It's part of the prophecy. Look deep into your soul. Truth will set you free. The end is in full effect. Don't be a fool, black. Hope you prepare yourself for a mental and spirit check. I praise God. I praise God. I praise God. I praise God as I rock the mic. Come on. I praise God as I rock the mic. Say what? I praise God as I rock the mic. Come on. I praise God as I rock the mic. I'm going inside to take a look at all the sex I couldn't see in a book. Born on this planet in a mortal mind state. Mission symbolizes a 348. Communication with the skill to build. Power to define as I direct my will. To save my people on the planet Earth. I got to go to the underground first. Listening to my elders as I reach my youth. Speaking to elders as I speak the truth. Following the order that's ordained by God. With my hair's my antenna and my mic is my rod. Being a good shepherd, I'ma feed my sheep. So I lay my body down so no wolves can creep. That's why I praise God. I praise God. I praise God. I praise God as I rock the mic. Come on. I praise God as I rock the mic. Say what? I praise God as I rock the mic. Come on.
My fault, that was Mac that said they passing out our money. That's right.
I praise God as I rock the mic.
It's our money they passing
I
out.
praise God as I rock the mic. Come on. I praise God as I rock the mic. Peace. I want to send out some shots to my Baba Kelsey, to all my brothers and my sisters in Casa and Underground Railroad. I'd like to send some specials out to my brother Water, my brother Seven Guests, and with that I say ho tap.